Previously on Beyond the Map.
Oh dear. George, what happened to the vehicle?
Going to the global village houses. This is the lost trail to Angkor, and I'm enjoying every minute of it.
After a late arrival and a rough night fighting off the local mosquitoes, the guides weren't exactly 100% refreshed this morning.
I'll just go out on a limb here and say another big day, right? Because I know we've got a lot of Ks to get to the temples. We're nowhere near the temples. We're like the opposite side of the country, right? Are we actually going there or not? Stiff. All bike check already. All bike check already. What time did you wake up? Don't tell me a story. You checked the bike. 5 o'clock in the morning? You pulled that story. You woke up and you did not get out of bed. Yes, there's a difference. Yeah, it's good. How did they do that? Bit of stuff for Wi-Fi, man. Oh, top stuff, Dara.
An early morning blast on the bikes had cleared the cobwebs, but a surprise encounter was waiting on a lost trail, a like-minded adventurer in need of a helping hand.
Jason! What are you doing out here in the middle of nowhere?
Hey, mate.
Good to see you, long time.
Yeah, have you met Tara before?
Oh,
Yeah.
since Dubai.
long. Ben, this is the guy I was telling you about, does the medical work.
Hey,
How are
Ben.
you? How are you?
Good to meet you.
The last time I seen you, you were stuck in a bloody bog hole somewhere.
Yeah, well, that's me.
Good to see you, mate.
Good to see you, mate.
Is that bike running or flooded?
I think it's running.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's running.
Whoa! That's a very strong current.
Yeah.
Right?
We haven't seen one of those for a
No.
while. It's been good.
What have you been up to? You still building the houses?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Doing the good work?
Yeah, it's going pretty well,
Excellent.
actually.
Excellent.
So where were you before here?
In another little village. You know, 10, 15 click that way.
Yeah.
Rudy works, he's lived in Cambodia for about 10 years, is it Rudy?
Yeah, about 9 years.
And does field medical work for free all over the country.
And when I'm
I
not doing
thought-
that, I just drown
I
motorcycles.
thought it'd be in like a
Yeah,
four-wheel
we see
drive or something, not... Not on an old XR. Are you going to ride it?
Hang on. Get a bit of a hole.
I hope that's the way you were going.
Must have been an easier way to do it.
All part of the adventure, mate.
Absolutely.
No shortage of adventure in your life.
Yeah, easy does. Oh!
That's it. Okay, that way's better than this way.
Yeah.
Man, maybe this way.
Yeah.
That's the better one. You don't want to get stuck like Rudy.
Well, mate,
Yeah.
we might join you to the next village then, hey?
Sounds good to me.
After the place we stayed at last night, mate, I'd love a cold beer right now.
Wow, mate.
Wait a minute. We got 2 Australians and we got no esky with cold beer?
Oh, we're doing a ride through the country, the Lost Trail of Angkor.
Yeah, lost.
Very lost.
It looks like, to me, like you found yourself a lost trail. Got the skeeters on you last night?
Mate, I look like a human buddy pincushion.
Ah. Wait for the dengue to kick in. Yeah.
Every scooter up here has got a knobby tyre. Because they need that tyre to get around. It's really, really tricky conditions.
Ben, you got the esky? No.
SD not here yet.
Esky not here.
That's in the trunk still, mate.
Trunk. Hell, how'd that happen?
Oh, mate, you've got those baguette rolls in your bag. I hope you stop here and have a bite to eat.
Are we stopping here?
I'm well famished and could do with a bit of a rest.
So lush. This is wet season is just amazing.
You think they're caught in there?
Crocodile.
You think?
Really big.
Maybe we having
Tell
lunch.
me.
We're having lunch and then maybe
Let's sit down.
stop with some lunch too.
Yeah.
Let's
Big
get into
snakes
it.
in there.
So what's the general sort of thing that you treat out here? I guess a lot of ear infections. And
You know, I deal with a lot of, with children, I've got skin infections, fungal, bacterial, environmental. You got wounds to deal with. I think one of the things is something called Helicobacter pylori, and it's a bacterial infection that people get here through contaminated food and water. you get a lot of people, believe it or not, with all this water here, you get a lot of cases of dehydration. And so they get headaches and they get dizzy. And a lot of that is just because they're not hydrated enough. So I brought some stuff called Royal D. It's like a rehydration mix. And in the Land Rover, we got some water, so I'll make sure the kids all get hydrated up. The older people, you know, coughs, colds, fevers, you know, you got malaria, you got dengue, you got all those things. You get bites, you get dog bites and spider bites. And
No wonder you're a busy man.
yeah, so it keeps you busy out there.
How long have you been doing this for now, Rudy?
Close to 9 years.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I first came here in 2000, fell in for 3 months, fell in love with it, and then came back 8 years later when I retired. And
yeah.
you know, the people in these poor villages, they really can't get any free medical care. You know, if they go to even the local clinic or the local hospital, they charge them money. And even $1 or $2 or $3 or $5, it's kind of big money for a lot of people.
Yeah. And you do all this for free too, right?
Yeah, it's all free. I'm retired.
Yeah. I mean, and this is remote where you are now. It's not.
Well, you know, the more remote the village, the more they really need you.
I guess so.
You know, it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
You know, the closer they are to some town, they've got a clinic nearby. But if we're out here where we are, I doubt whether we'll see any kind of clinics of any sort, government or private.
So you don't know what's waiting.
No.
As far as the village, it'll just be.
No,
like,
I mean, I know there's a village there. There might be 20 people that could use something. There might be 30, 40, 50, 60.
Wow.
You know, I've gone into villages and there's 100 people.
Wow.
Did they know you going today?
No,
No?
no.
Okay.
No, they're clueless. So what happens is that, you know, sometimes, you know, I'll pull up and try to help one person, and then within 15 minutes, I got 100 people. Oh, they're coming, they're running down the road. So it's,
But I guess what you bring, what you can physically carry is what you got.
yeah, I mean, I can't fix everything. I mean, you know, I've come across cases where it appears that someone has cancer.
Yeah. Does all this weigh you down emotionally?
Yeah, I mean, you know, from the beginning, I kind of taught myself you can do what you can do.
Yeah.
And you can't fix it all because it'll drive you absolutely mad. You know, I mean, you can go in, you can help 15, 20, 30, 40, 50 people, and there's going to be 5 or 10 people that I can't help. You know, either I can't carry that much stuff with me. You know, I can't carry an X-ray machine with me on the bike.
Band, aren't you,
yeah,
man?
I can't carry an ultrasound machine. I can't do all the things that you would really need to do to really analyze and, you know, diagnose someone really.
Oh, it's amazing what you're doing.
Maybe see the village.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, let's go find this village.
We've come this far, let's go.
Let's go find a village.
See the villagers.
Let's go find some people to help. And let's find Jason from Johnny Walker Black.
Yeah.
Just as important. Almost. Yeah.
With a few GPS coordinates, George and the trusty defender had arrived on scene. However, it turned out to be a bit of a tight squeeze.
Guys, move your bike.
You make it difficult.
Yeah.
muddy and dirty along the way.
Yeah, we don't know what's gonna happen, so we gotta stay clean, fit, you know. So we can go through all the deep mud and lots of risk crossing. So it's gonna be a great ride.
Whereas it's all fishing community through here.
Communities and poor families, poor people.
You know, the bamboo telegraph, I call it here. You know, they somehow they hear it and they know it that somebody's coming and that somebody's here has got medicine for free and. Hey, Jason, can I get a bunch of the bottled waters?
So we're mixing up this, basically like Rudy talked about before, dehydration. It's got glucose, vitamin B2, vitamin B6, vitamin C, calcium, vitamin B1, potassium. It's just a real boost for the immune system. And tastes kind of nice, so the kids think it's like a lolly drink, you know. No complaints, they'll drink it down.
Very popular.
This lady had the Helicobacter pylori I was talking about, and it's a bacterial infection. It's giving her sharp pains in the chest here. I've given her something called omeprazole. It doesn't completely cure it, but it will relieve the pain. And she's got a little bit of high blood pressure, but nothing too serious. And she's complaining about numbness in her legs, but she never ever walks anywhere. So I'm trying to get her to do a little exercise. Okay. Moi, dam samro. You're my flick day.
So you can speak the Khmer language quite.
My Khmer is not perfect by any stretch. The only thing I'm really good at is medical Khmer. So when I ask somebody, you know, what's wrong with you? Where does it hurt? What kind of pain is it? Are you taking any medicine? Which almost never happens. So there's a lot of questions, but that I can do.
All right, got plenty of Royal D, vitamin C, vitamin B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10. Vitamin. Good for everybody.
Good.
Well, Dr. Rudy, I don't know that he's a doctor, but Dr. Rudy is certainly a big hit in the village. And I really got to tip my hat to the guy. Like he said before, he's retired, he's done his thing in life. He's devoted the last 9 years to going to the remotest of remote communities across Cambodia and providing some level of medical care. And you can see just by the frenzy how much these little villages rely on someone to come and provide such a service, because unfortunately that sort of service hasn't been forthcoming at a different level. It's guys like him that are doing it off their own bat. And like I said, Rudy, tip my hat to you, good man. Wow, amazing.
No Johnny Walker, you got Fanta?
Yeah, I go a bit of Fanta.
This is what you can get in Cambodia, you know. So you know when you're in Cambodia riding a bike, you will get this almost every 20 kilometers. So you're never running out of gas.
We should probably get out. Where are you going?
Rudy? Yeah. What are you doing here? Working. We gotta go to the next village, you know? Okay. So. Is rain coming?
It does not look like it can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll see you in 2 weeks or a month.
Yeah?
Wow.
Yeah.
Hope to see you.
Yeah. Howie.
Very great what
Yeah.
you're doing. Amazing, man.
Yeah.
Good riding with you.
Good riding with you.
With you.
Jason,
See you
good
soon.
seeing you again.
Great.
And please, my last thing I want to say is,
Yeah.
Melbourne's that way.
Thanks,
Right?
mate.
We're going.
Right?
I think we're going.
But
that way.
Darwin's over that way. So don't get lost.
I look forward to seeing you in Phnom Penh or,
Yeah.
or Melbourne. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right.
Take care,
Bye.
mate.
Take
Cheers,
care.
mate.
Yeah. Right.
Wow, a lot of people who were really needing some medical assistance and a huge crowd and a lot of smiling, happy kids, which is not unusual in these poorest of communities. You know, there's just this sense of amazing spirit that honestly the rest of the world seems to have lost. And yeah, it makes you have a think about how lucky we are and how fortunate we are that there's good people like him doing good things around the world. Anyway, I'm sure tomorrow will be suitably huge. I've still got some power, so I'll be there and check in with you tomorrow night. Cheers.
On the next episode of Beyond the Map.
Israel beyond, is that like rock?
It's yeah, lots of rock and also a lot of creek view crossing and lots of mud too.
All right, let's go. Let's just try. Let's try it.
I did say, mate, this lost trail at Angkor is going to be a challenge.
You know why it's lost? For a reason. It's broken.
Hey, the bike won't start.
Why do you pretty girls like cigarettes? Watching your last memory full of cheap regrets. I got it all figured out. I think I'm gonna let it out tonight. Singing whoa, oh, 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 oh. Singing whoa, oh, oh. Step back, the opposition tries to pull you down. You gotta proceed to let your heart be found. I got it all figured out.